everybody, and once again, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on and hopefully sticking with us for our little adventure. So, we're near Aviemore, so we're in the Cairngorms. We are in a valley, all going fishy, and it is just past 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's February, so that gives you all the kind of details you need to know that it is still winter and it's still on winter times, which means that it's going to be dark at 6. So we're about to go on a hike to hit a Munro, and as you probably see by what's sitting beside us, we're not coming back. We're staying the night. So yeah, we're out camping. The plan is for a summit camp. Forecast at the moment, we're suggesting that we're going to get 20 mph winds with gusts, a little bit more than that, coming in from the south. So it might be a bit of a shelter job, or if we find that we get up there and it's just not worth it, the area we've picked here has just got so many little unique spots we can find for a pitch a bit lower down. We'll do that, but I'm pretty confident we'll go right. We generally are. So I think I'll save the rest of the details of the Munro, etc. till we're en route. But for now, we're going to finish getting our gear on and get ourselves moving. So stick with us, and hopefully it's a cracking little adventure. We just stopped for a quick pause, halfway up the forest track, and already the view behind us has opened up really nicely. We're at 380 metres above sea level right now, and this Munro that we're doing is an 1110 I think it is, or 1110, maybe 18 depending on what maps or what listings you look at. The name I'll give you is Sgor Goaith. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. I think it's the Windy Hill, perhaps it's called, that's the pronunciation. So we are expecting it to be windy, which I'm going to get onto in a wee bit about potential camping spots. But anyway, I'm going to keep moving and get this. We've got a couple of water crossings to get done with soon, so that'll be interesting. Just on our first quick stop to take the coat off. I don't know why I even bothered putting that on when I was starting, because I knew it'd be hot, but went as long as I could. I had to get rid of it. It's too hot. We're out there, or we're just about to come out of the forest section, and then we move on to that that longer pull towards the top. So like I say, it's 7.5k the total walk to the summit. We're just close to the 2k mark at the moment, and we're just at a little junction. So where we're at right now, if we were to go straight on, that's going to be up and back. If we were to go left on this route, this is where you'd be if you're coming back and you're doing like the little circular route you can do, you get the Munro tops as well. But we're doing it out and back because we're going up, staying, coming back. So I mentioned in the intro that we're not 100% about if it'll be a summit camp or not. At least I think I did. But I must say, so far, a lot more in the blue skies than my forecast was saying. So that part's definitely a tick. I'm not going to make any judgment on the wind yet, although again that's fairly low, but you can never tell until you hit the plateau, and that's when you hit by the wind. Again, so far we've only had a few little gusts. That thing's barely been registering anything at all, but we're not far off the snow line. Now speaking of the snow line, I haven't got crampons or axe with me today. The snow's only just fell overnight, and as you can probably hear, it's actually quite slushy. Even at the top, the temperature's like hovering 0 to 1, so it's not consolidated enough to be solid enough to take a cramp on, and there's nowhere where we're likely to be it's going to have a drop enough that we need to kick in steps, needing an axe either. I've got the spikes just in case perhaps overnight it freezes a little bit and need them for the descent, but that should be all. Obviously trusty walking pole, ours like that for balance, especially as we're coming through a little bit at the moment where the path's got water coming down, which is from the melting from the last bit of snow we had up here. Yeah, these are looking good so far, as you see behind me, looking down in the Glen Fishy, and here's hoping to keep the same for the summit, which at the moment is clear. We can see it, we can see the rim, but who knows? Let's get on with it, and hopefully in the next few minutes you'll find out. We're in that last hour of daylight. The sun's behind the cloud right now, but I'm hoping it until it breaks up. Just that when the sun goes behind, not only does it get darker, but it does get colder really quick. We don't have that long ago, 2k, and then we're at the summit, and then we can decide from there where we're camping for the night. Unless we see something before that that's just too good to miss up. Kind of like what I did with Ben Hallam and then tag it in the morning. That may be what we end up doing. But we're pushing on nice and slowly, making good progress, and I think the next one will be with the time we hit the plateau, because really, as you can see, we're just on this it's kind of featureless walk right now, not really much else to see. So yeah, I definitely will check in more closer to the top from here.
It wasn't long after this where we decided just to stop and get pitched up for the night. Just over 800 metres actually, so still a couple hundred or so before we hit the summit. But I just seen a nice flat part of snow that looked ideal just to dig a wee base in and get the tent pitched. Kept me under the clouds and kept me away from some of the more exposed winds for the night.
Aye, so now the tent's up in earnest, what we need to do is just make sure it's secure. So as always, it's getting all the bigger pegs in now. So I've used 4 9-inchers around the first 4 points of the tent, but because we've got a bit of wind tonight, I'm going to be making sure that everything stays in place with bigger pegs. So I've got my 6 of these huge snow pegs, so they'll go on the big points. So I'm looking at the door, which is obviously, the door's quite often a one in these style of tents that during the night, because of usage and stuff, it's got a tendency just to pop out, you know. So that's priority number 1, to make sure I'm happy that the door is going to stay in place. Now the wind is pretty much hitting the back of the tent, so one of the biggest ones that's going to need to make sure get dealt with securely is these, the back guys. So again, I need the big pegs for that one, partly because of the snow as well, because the snow's fairly deep at this part, so get it right deep into the snow, try to get a 45-degree angle, and then knock it in as much as I can. You've probably seen me a few camps now that I bring a hammer. I don't bring a hammer in the summertime unless I know I'm on a really, really rocky pitch, but in this time of year, just to make sure that I know I can get in the ground. and in particularly side walls. This side wall is taking a lot of the wind, so gotta make sure it's secured. They're all getting secured, but the bigger pegs are needed for this one, I think. So again, getting as much as I can, and I'm just going to get snow around it. And then once I've got all my guys in, I'll then look to get them tightened up. What I'm going to do is I'll finish putting the guys on, and we'll check back in a wee 5 minutes. So much like the Glencoe camp that we did a couple of weeks ago, Glencoe, sorry, we've just been packing the tent with snow, give it a bit more insulation, and now what we need to do is just get our bedding in and then get warm for a bit. Like I said to you earlier on, as the sun's gone down, or as the sun was coming down, it's just left the place just a little bit cooler. You can definitely notice the drop with the wind as well. So I'm going to get these 2 mats in, and then we can set our beds up properly. I've got the as always, I'll be on the Etherlite XT by Seat Summit, and I've got Caitlin the Keelos gear, one that we did a wee quick short on the day back and very briefly mentioned in the last video. So as always, a couple of clicks and off we go. So let's get the beddings in and we'll check back in a couple of minutes. Aye, so that's us pitched up properly. We're at a height of 813 metres, so some of it's just a couple hundred metres further up. As you see, it's getting really dark quick now. Just felt like it was not worth the risk to be pitching up in the dark and possibly in the cloud as well, as the clouds are a little bit higher than us. Whereas here we've got a really cracking view going down the valley, in the Cairngorms there. So we're going to pitch up here and then decide after a couple of hours, I mean it is only like 6 o'clock, whether or not we're going to tag this in the dark with the head torches on, or wait till first light and then go out then. First light's usually at the moment just after 6, and then it can get proper sunlight at 7, so it might be worthwhile doing that. But for now, I'm going to get in the tent and get cosy, I think, yeah? So let's get in the tent. Alright, let's give you a setup of what's in the tent tonight. So, as you see, the summit mat is this side, so that's the grey one, and the Keelos gear is here on the left, the Caitlin. But we're all fully down geared at the moment. So I've got the Thiam 900 sleeping bag, and then my pillow arrangements. And I've given Caitlin a -5 for decathlon, it's a green one. And I've given her an extra little bag as a liner just in case we need it. Temperature's actually alright at the moment, it's just that wind. If I bring the camera back up you can hear there's a wee gust kicking in, but overall we're alright. So yeah, we're just getting snug at the moment, staying cosy in the tent, and then might actually put a wee fire on at some point. Yeah, I brought a few things to make a fire, so that might be what we do, is to get a nice wee finish to the night. Yeah, I think that's us. Going to get some food down as soon, I think, and chill. Alright, so I've got the jet boil on the go. I've been boiling a meatball and pasta for a few minutes, if I can find my spoon. But also, as you see, I've got a wee fire on the go. Just something I put together using a few stones from our cairn there, so that'll go all back in the morning. And I brought some kindling and one of them fire logs that takes about 90 minutes to burn out. I meant to bring my little small box, but as you can see it does the job. I've got the bigger stones deflecting where the wind was going, and it'll just burn itself quite nicely out. every so often what I've been doing is just moving the stones around and just keeping protection on it as we go. Like I say, there'll be no trace, especially given that we're in the snow. But with the tent shelter on this, it's actually really quite, I don't want to say mild, but yeah, I mean, I'm sat on a foil blanket that I brought for the first time. It's actually one of them ones that you buy in like Halfords or Tesco's for a couple of quid. You know, the ones that go over your window for your car. Seemed like a good fit for a vestibule of a tent, and so it seems to be. The only issue we've got with it is it's very slippy, and we've both already had a few close encounters with that one, so we'll see what happens at the 3 AM P call, which one of us fall. But for now, like I say, it's not windy like it said it was going to be. The cloud is it does look like it's a bit cloudy at the summit, so I think we are just going to wait now and get up at first light and get it done, and then get back down the road. I say get back down the road. No, we've actually got a second little hike to do tomorrow as well, which I'll get to in the next video. But anyway, time for some food. Meatballs and pasta, Wayfarer meal, sit by the fire. That's alright, isn't it? So, let me get that out of the way. Super cosy. We're gonna shut all the doors up, fires out and all that, and just jumped into the bags as well. There's a wee breeze going, but you know, I did say about 20 mile an hour winds, but I haven't looked at my wee sky finder thing to see if that's true or not. But there's, you know, this tent's just holding up really nicely, so. You see, we're all wrapped up in our bags for the night. I think that's going to be us. I think, you know, as you can see, the tent's looking. We've got 2 lights, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. As it's when it's dark nights and you're at the summits, I always like a bit more light in here just so you can see what you're doing. So I've got the. I'll show you actually again. I've got the flex tail. I'm using that as a light. And then I've got my spare one, which is a little Decathlon one that I've had for years. I have no idea how to change the battery in that thing, so when it goes. And then I was just talking about this as well, because I'm actually really loving this tent for the little things. Like the pockets, they're really deep. Like every time I keep putting something in it, I find I can get more in it. So I've basically got like half of my house in there right now. It's great. So yeah. I think, like I say, I'm going to sign off for the night, and hopefully in the morning when we get up there, it's something to see. See, the forecast has got a little bit of a fog kind of thing there, and that could mean just literally fog, but sometimes the forecast means it's fog at a low level, and then above that is clearer, i.e. a cloud immersion. So who knows? Who knows what we're getting? But anyway, going to sign off for the night, and hope you've stuck with us so far and seen our nice little camp. And we'll see you guys in the morning, which will be a few hours time. For this video, it'll be like a couple of seconds. Night, guys. Good morning. As you see, we still got the cloud. Now it's definitely hitting the tops of the Munro, so as we start walking we're going to be hitting, although I can see the binocular ones from here, we can see the tops of them, so it's night pass through. Ours is shrouded at the moment, so we're going to get walking and get it tagged, probably in the clag, so not much of a view, not even going to take the drone, no point. We'll get it tagged, get back down and get packed away. So yeah, come on, let's go. Really tough going in the snow, I'm not gonna lie.
a steady climb from here to the summit of Sgor Goaith. Looking forward to it. This is definitely a very welcome top, as this has been an incredibly tough challenge. This is top Sgor Goaith. No free touch. There you go, coming. So yeah. We made it. Starting to get back to that tent away. So we're more or less back to the tent. We had two little ice slabs there to deal with, which probably we should really, in hindsight, she falls. Should have been when we used the axes for, or very least some kind of spike. But we left the spikes back in the tent. The tent's just down there. You can just about see it in the picture there. We're running way late for where I said it was going to be today. We're supposed to be meeting Gary in about an hour, but it's going to be like 2 hours at this rate. But the snow's just held us back quite a lot. But we're out the cloud line now, and we're also out the wind. It's quite refreshing now, so we're just going to get ourselves down and get packed. That's tent away, left no trace, put the wee fire pit away and everything. This is just getting out the snow line now, or almost coming out the snow line. And won't be long till we're back in that forest and back in a bit of civilization. And same civilization because it's been another one of my trips that we've had. We've not met another soul. It's been quite eerie. The only thing we have met is just literally the last couple of seconds is what looks like snake tracks, an adder maybe or something. That's quite cool actually. So look out for that. Anyway, I'm going to push on with this walk down and maybe check back in a little bit later. Because we are needing to get our digits warmed up a bit as well. As you see, the cheeks are really rosy and all. Right, anyway, enough yakking with me, and yeah, we're all good. We'll get back down. Oh, and in case you've already noticed, I'm not wearing ski goggles. That's not through choice. I left them in the car, with a number of other things I've left in the car by mistake. I was too busy filming and faffing, so never mind. Alright, anyway, push on. But you see, that's us in the first section again. And the sun's come out. It's actually turned out an absolutely lovely, beautiful morning. So the ones that are coming up for slightly later are in for a stunner, I think. But we are just about done. Unfortunately, we're a wee bit later than we said we'd be, so we're not going to do what we said we're going to do today as our plan. So, but what we're going to do is go and get Nando's. So that's our plan. Right. So we're almost back, about 2k back. It's just this lovely forest track again. Honestly, you see the views that we've got right now, looking right down. There'd be a nice wee lick of snow overnight, so it just looks fantastic from here. Oh, back where we started. Wow, that was tougher than I expected it to be. Obviously the snow made a difference, and as it always does make a difference, is having the big old rucksacks on. That makes a huge difference. But overall, fantastic. So, just to sum things up, that's Munro number 50 for me, so that's quite a cool little bounce back. And Munro number 4 for Caitlin. Caitlin's actually done all her Munros in winter so far as well, so unfortunately we've not had a chance to let her get a clear summit. So here's hoping soon we get lucky with that one. Inadvertently, I've started to do by not really thinking about it, but I've been starting to camp on a Munro. So I camped on a Munro in January. That was Ben Hallam, and now we camped on that. Yeah, I'm not classed as summit camp, but you know we still camp within a couple hundred metres of the summit. So it's a high camp on a Munro. I've got to see if I can keep that going and see if we can do the whole 12 months of that one. Obviously, I know in advance by the time we get to November, December, that's going to absolutely suck. Sitting in a tent for like 16 hours on the top of a mountain. But hey, you know, also in the summertime, you get like 4 hours sleep because it's so daylight. So swings and roundabouts. I think I'm done. Right, so hope you've enjoyed this little camping hike and our little Munro bag. And as always, please give us a like, give us a subscribe, tell your mates. And I always like a wee comment. It's nice to hear people's feedback. I like to know who's been on the channel. And stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you in the next Moffat Mountain Adventures adventure very soon. Goodbye.